Hey there, it is your friend Chris Luck. I am the creator of AIville, which is the largest community in the world for people like yourself and me who are learning how to use AI. And I want to welcome you to my brand new show for people who love AI. And I'm calling this my AI live stream party. My plan is to do this every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central. So put it on your calendar for every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central if you want to join my AI live stream party. And the way this is going to work is unlike anything that I've ever done on my YouTube channel so far. For those of you that's been following me for a little bit on YouTube, you know that I am trying to figure this stuff out. And figuring this out, I just haven't found my path yet and kind of learn the algorithm and all that kind of stuff. I just love to create content and I love to learn about AI. I like to teach AI and I like to engage with all of you that are taking the time to be here live because one thing that I feel like is really missing right now in the world of AI, and it's only going to get worse, is the lack of just human connection. Because if you try to go watch other YouTube channels and you try to see what other people are talking about and what they're trying to teach, most of the channels now are actually people that cloned themselves and they're just having, Claude bot and or OpenClaw and just all these other things that are just kind of running their channels for them, and there's no human connection. So I just want to say thank you to all of you that are taking the time to be here live. Let me just take a look here in the chat. We've got Velvet coming in from North Carolina, and we've got Beatrice coming in from New York. We've got Jonathan tuning in from Las Vegas, Nevada, and we've got Lee from Central Pennsylvania. We have Howard coming in all the way from Maryland, and Wendy just got in, coming in from Phoenix, and it looks like we still have a lot of you that are still popping in. So thank you for taking the time to be here live. And we're just going to get started. So I have a lot of different ways in my mind how I want for this to go, but the logistics behind it is going to be very difficult. So I'm going to do my best. Here, I'm going to show you what we're doing here. So let me share my screen, and I see a lot of you are still popping in. My mom and dad just got here. Thank you for taking the time to be here. And thank you, Bill, by saying it's Bill, because I thought your YouTube name actually changed. It was something else before. And what's up, Bradley, coming in from, are you in California right now, Bradley? Or did you get down to, where were you in Mexico, right? Let me know where you're at. I feel like you're always moving around. So what we're doing is I have an agenda where we're going to cover a lot of different things. If you just look, if you look this way, so this way on that side of my screen, we're going to cover just on this live stream party alone, how ChatGPT's library is OpenAI's smartest move yet. We're going to cover how Gamma Imagine just declared war on Canva. Then we're going to get into Suno version 5.5 and how there's one feature nobody saw coming that's going to be a lot of fun. Then we're going to talk about how Love Art AI just made Photoshop feel ancient. By the way, I'm going to give you demos of all these as well. We're going to talk about how Anthropic said Mythos is too dangerous to ship, and that is their words directly to the government. We're going to talk about how Claude ships 74 updates while you're probably just learning one. We're going to talk about how you can get paid $50,000 to create a fake commercial. And then I'm going to show you how 81,000 people told an AI what scares them most. So yeah, we're going to have a ton of fun, and we still have a lot of you that are still popping in. So thanks for taking the time to be here. So the way I want to do this is my plan with this agenda. You see it's live stream party 001. Again, I want to do these every Monday. Depending on how fast AI moves, I may do these more often than just Monday nights, but we're going to just start once a week because it took me forever to put this agenda together. And then I'm going to, since you're here live, I want you to imagine, and I don't know if you've ever been to one of these or not, but you've probably seen them on TV before, where there's like a behind the scenes, there's when Jimmy Fallon and like late night shows and sitcoms and all that kind of stuff, when they record, they have a live studio audience, right? And then so they record with a live studio audience, they get the energy up, and then the actors or the hosts, they like to have an audience they're watching, and it just kind of it's a different dynamic than just pre-recording it. So I want to try. I need to put out some content on my YouTube channel that are short form videos, but also videos that are like 10 to maybe 15 minutes long on my YouTube channel to try to kind of finesse the algorithm a little bit, just kind of flirt with the algorithm and then see like what kind of catches on. So instead of me pre-recording all those, I thought it would be fun for right now, Monday night. I'm just going to go through all of them, but I'm going to do it live. And then afterwards, I'm going to download this video to my computer. I'm going to try to clip it up. So you'll see kind of clips going off on my channel throughout the week. But since you're here live, you got to catch it first before everybody else. So that's my chance to try something a little different on my YouTube channel. So the way I'm going to try to do this, I'm going to pause for a minute. I need to take a sip of water between each one. And we're going to go through each one of these one at a time. So when you're being here live, it's going to be kind of weird because you're going to see me pause for a second. I'm just going to look at the camera and just smile and have this cheesy, like just, like frozen smile. It'll look like I was probably a robot that just kind of, my batteries died. And then I'm going to reintroduce myself really quick and just jump into the first thing, go through it really fast, like kind of why we're live and have some good energy. And then I'll kind of freeze, and then I'll talk to you for being here live with me, and you can let me know what you thought of it and all that. We're going to do that one at a time. So again, you're just kind of seeing this behind the scenes. So we're going to give it a shot and see at least how the first one goes. And this might be terrible. This might not work at all, but that's okay. And if you do like this as we're going through it, feel free to hit like on this video. Also, if you want to click the share button and share this somewhere on social media and get more people in here, the more people there are, the more fun this train wreck might become. So we'll see. All right, so I got to think in my mind. The first thing we're going to talk about is the ChatGPT library is OpenAI's smartest move yet. So, all right, I got to think about how I'm going to introduce myself. And then thanks, Kevin, by saying I'm on. Have a great kickoff. Yeah, we're gonna just roll with it and see how it goes. So, all right. Hey there, it's your friend Chris Luck. I'm the creator of AIville, and welcome to this video, which is going to be talking about ChatGPT library and how is OpenAI's smartest move yet. So I'm recording this live. I go live every Monday night at 7 p.m. on my YouTube channel. So whenever you see me popping up people's comments that are saying, good evening and hey all and crazy train, it's because we're recording this live right now. So I'm going to jump into my computer. And we have a lot of topics that I'm actually covering here while I'm here live. But for this video specifically, we're going to be talking about, again, ChatGPT library and how I believe it's OpenAI's smartest move yet. So if you're not familiar, ChatGPT library just came out and it made 900 million users a promise. So OpenAI just shipped their very persistent file storage. And if you don't know this yet already, it's pretty mind-numbing to think about. ChatGPT has 900 million weekly users, and there's over 50 million users that actually pay for ChatGPT. And every file that you upload now moving forward in ChatGPT lives in ChatGPT forever, unless you delete it. And you can pull in any doc into a chat in about 9 seconds, and then you can be able to start interacting with it. And a chat bot now can become your filing cabinet. So 47 old chats, at least for me, it seemed like it was always like 40, 50 chats to finally find like one file that I uploaded a long time ago. Those days are gone. So you can just now upload a file and it sits there in your library and you can start a new chat with it anytime you want. You don't have to worry about re-uploading budget spreadsheets. You can just work with this spreadsheet directly in ChatGPT now. The average user wasted about 12 minutes hunting for everything in the research that they were doing. And if you delete a chat, the file always died with it, which was terrible because I always like gathered up files on my computer, put it into ChatGPT for a chat. And then if I delete the chat, then those files were gone. And gone are the days of just having to re-upload the same docs over and over and over. So one sidebar that shouldn't exist yet is this right here on the left. So it's the library tab, and it's every file is going to be saved now to your ChatGPT. You have docs, you have spreadsheets, you have images, you have presentations, whatever it is you want to upload to chat is going to be there. You can search by the name, or you could just describe it to ChatGPT. You could attach old files to new chats now in 2 clicks, and you upload once and then you can reference it later whenever you like. And there's a default setting that is training on your files. And I want to talk about this because the improve the model for everyone is always set to on ChatGPT. That means every upload, you got to be careful because every file that you upload to ChatGPT can actually now train AI. So be careful, like uploading your medical records or bank statements or anything that you wouldn't want people to see, because you have to go deep into the settings, into data controls. And here, let me just go ahead and go small here for a second so you can kind of see. On the left-hand side, whenever you're in your account, you click on your name, and then you have to click on settings, and then you go down to data controls, and then right now where it says improve model for everyone, here, actually, let me turn my, there we go. So improve model for everyone, I have it actually set to off because any files that I upload to ChatGPT, I do not want it training on, because if I upload anything that has sensitive data that I didn't realize, I just want to be a little careful. So that is not by default set to off. That's always going to be set to on. So whenever you are doing anything with ChatGPT, make sure before you start uploading stuff into your library, you decide if you want that turned on or off. And what's really cool about this is it now makes ChatGPT just not a chatbot anymore, not even close, because what this move was for OpenAI was really for them building a workspace moat. So there's a lot of rumors going around that ChatGPT is going to be filing for an IPO soon, and that is why rumors have gone on, why they killed Sora, because Sora for OpenAI was actually really kind of draining their bank account. And now they're adding things that are just really transforming ChatGPT into really like what it can truly be. So once your files live here, you're not going to have to switch to anything ever again, because you got to think like Google has Drive, Microsoft has SharePoint, OpenAI just built its version inside a chat. And every upload is a reason to never leave, because you can have conversations with it. So let's actually see if this like OpenAI actually delivered on this promise. So I'm going to demo this live for you right now, and we're going to experiment with this. So you're going to, on the left-hand side here, I'll go ahead and just hide myself for a second so you can kind of see. So on the left-hand side, you're going to click on library. Okay. So you got to be logged in ChatGPT, obviously. And when you click on here, you can upload a new document live, and you can watch it appear here in your library. And you can pull that file into a brand new chat instantly. You can ask ChatGPT to find a file by describing it, and you can delete a chat and show the file is still going to live inside your library. So here, I'm just going to go ahead and drag. I have a letter that I wrote called the AI Gold Rush, and this is about like 1 meg. So now that I have it in the library, you can see it was just uploaded just now. It's always going to be here, and then you're going to be able to play around and like view, just like how you would with any library like Google Drive or Dropbox or anything like that. You can kind of play around with filters and listing it and all that, sort by images or files. But what's really cool is now in the library, you can click on it, and then it's going to actually pull it up. And now this isn't format. I didn't format this properly or anything. I just exported it out of Google Drive. But you can now have this document, and you can talk directly to it. So I could say something like, describe what this file is all about in just bullet points. Okay, so then I'm going to send that off, and now it's opened up a completely new chat inside of ChatGPT, and it uploaded the document, and it's letting me know this is a clean, no BS breakdown. Now I've trained my ChatGPT to talk to me a little different than you probably have yours talk to you, but you can see it's just breaking down exactly, what this is in bullet points. So that's really cool because now we don't have to create new chats anymore. You could just I want you to think about ChatGPT now moving forward as like uploading a document first, whether it be like, again, what kind of depending on your privacy settings, like what you want, but upload something that you want to interact with. And then once it's in there, then click on that file and then you can have whatever interaction you like. So that is the really big update that just came up recently was the ChatGPT library and how I believe it was OpenAI's smartest move yet. So again, this video is actually a part of a long live stream that I'm doing right now. It's going to be every Monday nights on my YouTube channel. So if you liked this type of information, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and show up live some night on a Monday night. Otherwise, you can see these videos kind of drip out on my YouTube channel over time. Again, my name is Chris Luck, the creator of AIville, and I'll see you soon. Okay, that was my first test run of how that went. My mind was going all over the place because I was thinking I have this terrible curse. I feel like that when I jump like from you in my office to sharing my screen to then hiding my camera, turning on my camera, sometimes my camera or my mic gets muted, and I have to keep looking at my mic levels because I'm so nervous that I'll be muted for like 5 minutes and I just screwed it all up, because it does happen quite a bit. So, okay, so that was the ChatGPT. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing now. So that was my ChatGPT segment. So now what we're going to do, and by the way, somebody just said I have no sound. Are you serious? Was my sound screwed up? Or hopefully my sound was working whenever I was jumping back and forth there, because yeah, I never, sometimes my sound works and sometimes it doesn't. So that's the beauty and the danger of going live. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go small here, and then, all right, so ChatGPT is done. So I need to close ChatGPT down. Now we're moving on to Gamma. This is going to be wild. I am very excited. There's a couple items on this list I'll tell you right now. If you're here live, you want to stick around for, because I'm very excited about some of these. The one I'm about to show you, super excited about. And then when you see me talk about love art, that's mind-blowing what you're going to see with that. You'll be very interested if you're into doing stuff with like AI video, and if you followed any of my stuff in the past, you're really going to like how I'm going to show you. Oh, and I totally misspelled how to get paid $50,000 for a fake commercial. Oh, well. And then the very last thing is a lot of fun. It's going to be very interactive. So we have a lot of fun stuff coming up. So let me go ahead and just make sure that, yeah, okay, my sound is looking good. All so far, so good. You heard me the whole time. Good. All right. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about Gamma. So I need to get prepared here. And I'm trying to get like on my outline just to right where it starts off. So then when I jump over, I can explain kind of what I did with the live stream and all that. So, okay. Again, this is a live studio audience where this is unfiltered and uncensored and you have no idea what's going to happen. But we're just going to move right along with Gamma and how Gamma Imagine just declared war on Canva. Okay. I never know if I should always introduce myself at the beginning of all my videos or not, but I figure if someone's never seen me before on YouTube and then they click on my video, it's kind of nice to know who's talking, right? Because they know it's not some AI character. Oh, that's funny. Chuck says, what's in the mason jar? What's in the mason jar is just water. However, I did have a little bit of a new beer earlier before we started. You want to check that out? Here, this is really behind the scenes because I was hiding it behind my monitor. It's, what is this? It is Goose Island. They always have like a beer hug IPA, but this one is called Big Hazy Pineapple, and it's a pineapple IPA. So I'm taking my family on spring break, a vacation, spring break to the beach tomorrow. And so yeah, it's kind of getting in the getting in the beach mood. All right. So next up, Gamma Imagine just declared war on Canva. I hope you're all enjoying behind the scenes. Again, you never know what's going to happen. So stick around if you're here live. We have a lot we're going to have fun with. Okay. We are ready to go in this one. Okay. Hey there, it is your friend Chris Luck. I'm the creator of AIville, which is the largest community in the world for people like yourself and me who are learning how to use AI. And I am here in my home office. I'm actually recording this live. Well, not recording it. I'm doing this live on Monday. I go live every Monday on my channel. It's 7 p.m. Central, and I cover a lot of topics in AI. So if you always want to be like first in line to see what's going on, then you're going to want to show up on Monday nights. But this video in this segment specifically is all about how Gamma Imagine just declared war on Canva. So this is a pretty cool news, and I'm going to have a lot of fun sharing this with you. So let me go ahead and go a little smaller here. So if you don't know what Gamma is, it is like the best, it has been the best AI presentation software since it dropped a long time ago. And Gamma Imagine just, which is a whole new part of Gamma, just landed, and nobody was ready for this. So they launched a full AI design tool. And whether you like it or not, I have a lot to say about this, and I'll say a lot about it here in a minute. But just to kind of put it in perspective on how big this company is, they have 100 million users, and they only have 50 employees. So read that and think about that again. They have 100 million users, only 50 employees. They have a $2.1 billion valuation, profitable, and there's no gimmicks that they had to get there. And now what you can do with Gamma Imagine is not just do effortless presentations, but you can also do logos, posters, infographics, all from one sentence. And the presentation app really just ate the whole design app marketplace. So before, if you ever wanted to kind of move things around in images in presentations, you'd have to pay like $75 an hour just to move a text box around, because professional design still costs real money. Most people will still have full-time designers and hire professional designers to do things, but most small teams, they can't afford these level of like designers anymore. And you'll spend 45 minutes if you're trying to do this on your own, trying to pick fonts every time. Brand consistency is going to die the second someone touches it. And every visual that you delay is just a pitch you're going to lose. So what you're going to see here with Gamma Imagine is one sentence in and 3 options out. So you can describe what you want in plain English. It'll generate up to 3 completely different versions for you. Your brand colors, your fonts, if you have them all loaded into Gamma, they're all going to apply automatically. You upload a reference image, it'll match your vibe for you, and you can edit anything with words, not menus. Now, there is some bad news with this, and there's a credit system that nobody warned you about, and that is Gamma Imagine only works on pro plans and up. So free users, they could burn through 400 credits in like 2 sessions. Every generation and every edit is going to cost you credits. That is the problem in the whole, I wouldn't say problem, it's just the nature of the business these days with AI. Everything has a membership, but they give you so many credits per month. And then when you burn through them, you just have to upgrade your membership or buy more credits. So what's really cool though, is that it does plug into ChatGPT and Claude and Zapier. And that integration layer is really the big lock-in with Gamma Imagine. So Canva, again, put this in perspective. Canva is priced at $26 billion. Gamma built itself, like the team of 50, Gamma got built for $23 million. Again, there's 50 people outrunning a 5,000 person company. And they brought in $100 million in revenue before most startups even break even. Canva bolted AI onto an editor, and this is the big difference. Canva bolted AI onto an editor. Gamma is AI first. So this team ships faster than anyone in this space. And in 18 months, you're probably going to forget this started off as like a slide app. So what I'd like to do, and I like to all do with every tool that I talk about on my YouTube channel, is I want to play around with it together. So I say together because I intentionally try not to play around with this stuff ahead of time. I just want to kind of play around with it in real time with you as we're here live, if you're here watching on the live stream. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to gamma.app. So you can see I'm on here right now. So GAMMA.app. And I need to log in. So let me just log in really quick. So 1 minute. And okay, now that you're logged in, then what you want to do is you want to tap on AI images on the left menu. So on the left-hand menu right now, you're going to see AI images. You tap on that. And then from here, you can actually tap on create graphic on the very top. So you tap on create graphic, and it's going to take you to an entirely new section in Canva that didn't exist previously. So here, I'm going to turn off my camera because you don't really need to see me right now. And I'm going to, actually you don't ever really need to see me. I don't even know why I turn on my camera. But on the right-hand side, you can see it has graphics. So this is really cool to think about too, because Gamma started off as a presentation maker. Then they started allowing you to turn those presentations into web pages. Then they allowed you to turn them into documents, then to social media posts. Now they have a whole graphic plan. Now what you can do is that the problem with AI is that a lot of these tools are just set up to where you can give a prompt and get a good output. And the better the input, the better the output. But a lot of people don't give you good starting points. So what I really like about Gamma and Gamma Imagine is that it will give you starting points. So right now it's asking me like, what would I like to design? An infographic, a poster, a team structure. You know, again, you got to keep in mind, this just rolled out. So I'm sure they're going to have more options as time goes on. But what you're going to do is just pick one. So I'll just pick on poster. And then from here, you can then pick your layout. So do you want like a hero image and a title, a typographic poster, which I think these are really cool, split screen, centered stack, event poster, minimal, or Swiss. So let's just go ahead and do typographic, because I'm always shocked at how good AI is now with just anything that's like really typed like typographic. So this is where you now get to where you can put in and describe your graphic. So what would you like for Gamma Imagine to create? So I'm just going to kind of go with a theme that I always go with. So I will say, let's see here, a graphic that shows off the AI gold rush of 2026 and how anybody with no experience and no prior education in AI can make money during the AI gold rush, even sitting in their underwear at their kitchen table. Okay, so pretty specific, right? And then now what we can do, we could play around with the theme. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm not even gonna say graphic. How about, I really like this. I'm gonna say hand-drawn doodle. So a hand-drawn doodle graphic that shows off, because then you can be a little specific about what type of typographic poster you like. We'll leave the, well, you know what? We'll make the aspect ratio, we'll leave it 3:4. Count 3, quality, you could do standard. If you want premium, it'll use just a higher level of, you know, sharper detail, more accurate text. You know what? And just for fun, since we're here live, I'll just do premium. Never mind, I won't, because I don't have a, do I have a pro account? Oh, I have to upgrade to pro. Never mind. We're going to go with standard for now because I don't want to put in my credit card details while we're live. So I'm just going to hit generate variations. Now, next time you see on my YouTube channel that there's a Gamma, you see me doing a Gamma tutorial or an AI tutorial, I will have upgraded to pro, because I always like to have the version of the tool that has all the features. So whenever you watch any of my tutorials, you can actually see all the features that are available. Then you can pick and choose what it is if you should want to upgrade to pro or not. So right now what it's doing is on my screen is saying thinking about some ideas. For all of you that are here live, if you ever at any point when I'm actually doing these segments, like right now how we're talking about Gamma Imagine, feel free to say anything you want in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to spotlight your comments, throughout the live stream, so people that are watching the recording of this can actually see what's up. So, all right, just by saying all that, the generations are complete. So now what it did was it says pick a starting point. So we can actually choose a starting point for the design and be able to refine it and iterate on. So it basically gave us three very different options. It gave us one that looks like a frontier map that's kind of doodled. We have another one that's like a get rich gazette. It looks like it probably came from like the 1800s. And then we have more of a how-to chart. All of these are cool. So it really depends on what it is that you are looking for. So I see Pamela in the chat says, what, underwear? Yeah, so let's actually pick this guy, because this guy's actually sitting in his underwear in his kitchen table. So what we can do is, and you can see this was really incredible what it generated. And this was all, again, within Gamma Imagine. So the thing that I am not super excited about in the world of AI is that all of these apps used to be, and this is a real big like stickler for me, is that what I liked when AI really got started back in like November 30th of 2022, which is when I got started, when ChatGPT, you could get a ChatGPT account. All these apps that came up were very good at one thing. Like ChatGPT was, the beginning of all of this. Then when Gamma came out, it was very good at presentations. When, Canva introduced AI, it was very good with like templates and creative design and all that kind of stuff. And now Gamma, the fact that Gamma is doing Gamma Imagine, it is cool if you have a Gamma account. You're like, oh, I can do all this stuff in one place now. But I feel like all of these, everything is starting to just kind of mold together, and they're all trying to do everything on one platform. I don't think it's going to last for very long, because eventually, this stuff is very expensive for every time you're generating images, even though, you're paying for the credits and all that. It can be very expensive for the actual company to produce these images for you. So, and I know that because inside of AIville, we have a lot of tools available for people to use, and it's very expensive for like us to run as a company. So I'm really curious, like how long this is going to go on for. But in the meantime, you can definitely take advantage and have a lot of fun with it. And if you ever want to actually use any type of, image design inside of Gamma, you can now go ahead and generate this stuff. So we could go ahead and pick this one and say, start with this concept. And then now it's going to pop up an AI agent where it's like, you can now talk back and forth about what you'd like to change and, in the design and make variations. But this is really no different than if you were going to be working with Nano Banana 2 or Nano Banana Pro, or working with, in like ChatGPT Image 1.5, any image generator. It's just Gamma is like now loading it into their platform, because all of these AI tools and AI image generators and AI image editors, they're just trying to gobble up as much of the AI landscape as they can. So that way, hopefully they either get bought out by a bigger company or vice versa. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the Gamma Imagine tutorial that I put together for you. Again, my name is Chris Luck. I'm the creator of AIville. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you're here live, thank you for being here live. Okay, that went on way longer than I wanted that to go on. I want each of these segments to be about like 10 to 15 minutes, like really quick. But in my mind, I just started getting, my feathers are getting ruffled a little, because as I'm showing this, I'm like, Gamma used to be this, but now it's this and this and this and this and this, and now you got this. And it's just like, oh, so that's something to think about. Is just like, for real. It's hard to keep up with a lot of these apps because there's so many of them. And honestly, my best advice to all of you that are here live, that are just kind of hanging out with me now in between these segments that we're doing, is that when you start seeing these apps that are offering more than one thing, I do recommend getting like a free account on them at least, or setting up a trial or whatever, and play around with it, because you might love one interface so much better than another interface. And you should then just go with that. So that's going to be my best suggestion. So let me take a look in the chat. I just want to make sure we are all doing good. So Looks like I like it when you're able to show what you can do with free versus paid versions and let us know how to do it with an AIville if available. And absolutely. And we are working on some stuff with AIville, but again, I don't want to look like all these other platforms that are out there. So when we get to the very end of this live stream, God knows when that's going to happen at the pace that I'm going at. But I am going to share some really fun things with you about AIville. And yeah, so some of these, will these be inside of AIville? I'll answer that kind of stuff when we get to the very end here. Yeah, I don't know if you say, can you recommend for PowerPoint? If you mean like what tool can I recommend for like AI, to use AI for presentations, Gamma 1,000,000% is going to be the best tool for AI presentations. Okay. All right. What's up, Wandering News? Are you all enjoying this, by the way? For those of you that are here live, I know Michael says I'm enjoying here off the cuff approach. I appreciate you all actually hanging out with me as I'm going through these segments and just seeing me kind of prepare for the next one and then do it. And then afterwards, kind of off air. I mean, even though I'm live, but you know what I mean. If there was like an on-air button behind me and then when I'm done, I hit it and it goes away and then we just kind of talk about it. I'm definitely going to be talking to you more in between each of these segments about what I liked and what I didn't like, because I need people to talk to about with this, or otherwise I'm just winging this myself. So, all right, now I got to close down Gamma. And then if you are enjoying this, feel free to like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you enjoy the freestyling, because yeah, I have an agenda to follow, but this next one, by the way, this next one really bothers me. So you're gonna be watching me do a segment on Suno version 5.5. And there's one feature nobody saw coming, and I was playing with it earlier today, like before lunch, and it was weird. It was super weird. It was fun. It was creepy. But now when I got home to my office, here I'm going to check again. The feature is not there right now. So I don't know if they just kind of turn it on during the day and then turn it off like during peak hours. Like, I don't know what's going on. So you're going to see me talk about it and see me get frustrated about it, because I was so excited to demo this, and it's not demonstratable because literally the feature is not on my account when I log in right now. So I'm going to talk about that so you can kind of see what I like and don't like about it. Okay. So thank you, Doris, by saying totally awesome. All right. So, all right, I'm going to pause again, take a breath, collect my thoughts. And then here, let me make sure that I've got the scenes all set up right. Okay, I got that one. I got that one. You know what? That's a pretty cool scene. Let me play around with that, because then I can kind of be right here. We'll go there. So I'll go from, I'm always trying to adjust like where my camera is when I switch scenes. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Suno 5 version 5.5. Okay. Ready? I'm not. We're going to go for it. Hey there, it is your friend Chris Luck. I am the creator of AIville, which is the largest community in the world for people like yourself who are learning how to use AI. Today, I'm going to be talking about Suno version 5.5, more specifically, how they have one feature in Suno version 5.5 that nobody saw coming, and very few people are talking about it. So I am in my home office right now. I'm here live. I actually have a live studio audience that on the YouTubes that I go live every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central. So if you ever want to join me on the recording of this live, subscribe to my YouTube channel and join me live. So what we're going to do is jump into my screen right now, and then you're going to see I've got an agenda here. And you also can kind of see an agenda of all the other things I'm going to be talking about on my live stream on Monday, what I'm doing right now. So ignore that, because this segment is just about Suno version 5.5. So they just declared war on Google. I mean, not officially, but in my mind they did, because Suno just dropped version 5.5 4 days ago, and they have a $2.45 billion valuation off of $250 million raised. They launched the same day as Google Lyra 3 Pro. 3 new features, and it's all about you. And that timing wasn't a coincidence. I swear these tools, not just Suno and not just AI, um, you know, music generators, but AI image generators and video generators, they are all going after each other. And it is a wild ride for people like you and I that are getting to play with these tools as they're all kind of duking it out. So let's talk about Suno version 5.5. So hours of work and it still sounds like AI. So a full song used to take like a whole weekend to kind of put together, even playing around with AI, back in the day, like a month ago. Studio time runs like $50 to $200 an hour. AI music all sounds the same, which is always kind of very generic. And every track is missing one thing, and that one thing is you. And I'm really speaking to you if you want to be the star of a song, or if you're a musician, or if you want to be a music producer or creator, or you want to make yourself famous. This is how you're going to do it, because your voice stuck in your head is always going to be stuck in your head literally until now, and you can get it out there. And this is like taking auto tune to a whole different level. Okay, so what you can do, and you can do this on a computer too, but you can sing into your phone and you can get a song back. Now, when I say sing into a phone, I'm not saying like sing your favorite karaoke song, but you can record your voice, just like a little bit of your voice, and Suno is going to learn it with their AI. So once it has your voice locked in, it can generate full tracks that sound like you. And you can upload 6 songs, like of a style that you like, and it'll learn your style too. And they have a My Taste section that watches what you actually vibe with. And free users actually get to use My Taste. That's it. And then there's also something really crazy. And I tried to play around with this earlier, and I almost cracked it. And I was like, oh, if I had just some more time, I would have totally done it during this live stream and for you to watch this too right now. But I found that there's a verification loophole. Because here's the thing. If you wanted a track that sounded like Snoop Dogg, you can't like tell Suno, hey, I want this song that sounds like Snoop Dogg saying this, 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 and this. And it does it. It won't do that, because obviously Snoop Dogg is Snoop Dogg, and and he does not license the rights to Suno yet. So there's a verification, and when you want to record your voice, it asks you to do some verification steps to make sure it's actually you. You can't just download some songs off the internet, off Napster or a LimeWire. For those of you old enough to know what that means, those are the best days, right? The LimeWire days. But you can't, if you can't just download songs and MP3s and put them up, and then all of a sudden it recreates that voice. There's a verification, but there's also a loophole. So once you sing a couple chords to your best of your ability, it's going to ask you to speak a phrase to prove it's you. And only you can use your clone voice. However, there's a blog out there called The Verge, and they said that AI voices can bypass it. And I got so close to doing it. I just needed a little bit more time. But there's 3 custom models max per account, and Warner Music sued them, but now they joined them. So we'll talk about all this in a minute. I'm going to not be so big on your screen here in a second, and you're going to actually see Suno, and I'll show you where all this stuff is. But every singer now just really became optional, because this isn't about music quality anymore, because Suno made the identity the product. And your voice, your style, your taste, like especially if you like to be a musician, it locks it in, and Google has licensed data. Suno has you. And switching costs just really became infinite. So let's play around with it together. Now, I am frustrated though, because I played around with this probably 7 hours ago, and this feature was available, and right now it's not. So I don't know if they're turning it on and turning it off during like peak times and down times or what, but let me show you where this is at. So you want to go to Suno, obviously, .com to get started with this. And you want to, here, you don't need to see me so big here on your screen. So let me go, I'm still big right there. Here, let me go very small. Oh, I'm just off your screen. There you go. I guess you don't need to see me at all. So, you know what? Just in case, here I am, because I guess you don't need to see the top right corner. So here's what you'll do. You go to suno.com and then you're going to log in. Then you want to type or tap on create right here on the left-hand side. Here, let me zoom in a little bigger so you can see it. So I'm logged in right now. It's Chris Luck. That is me. And then you tap on create. And then from here, you can generate a track with a default voice. So normally, this is where you would normally say, make a song, make a country song about this that sounds like this kind of voice, go. You know, that's usually what you would do. So you can do that. But if you want to use the version 5.5 and all the really cool features that it comes with, so you have to have obviously the account to do it. But on the top right, this is before you would go generate a song, you can drop down. And this is where you have the other voice models, right? So really, you've got all the way back to Suno version 2. If just for fun, you can play around with all these different ones because you're going to have very different sounding outputs for your AI music for every one of these models. But version 5.5 is what we're talking about right now, where it powers voices, custom models, and my taste. So if you don't want to record your own voice, or if you don't want to build custom models and do the my taste thing, you don't even have to worry about 5.5. Just go back to version 5. This is where you just get authentic vocals, superior audio quality, and control. But for this use case, we'll choose 5.5. And then from here, what you would do, just like you see in my document here, you want to tap on advanced at the very top. And then from here, where it says voice new, this is where you can now click on this. It had the option 7 hours ago where it had a big record button, and I could just record myself singing like my best karaoke song, and then it would save it as a voice in my Suno account. And then I could use that to make songs, and it just auto-tunes the heck out, well, AI tunes the heck out of your voice where you actually sound good. So anyway, right now this isn't available, so I can't even demo this for you right now, but this is where it's going to be. In the meantime, what you could do, you could click on create new voice, and then if you've created previous songs on Suno, you can actually choose like other songs that you've created, and then it'll show you the amount of songs you played, the amount of times you played different songs, and then you can choose like parts of the track in one of those songs that where like the voice was really good, and then you pick like whatever part of that track you like, and then you can name that voice, and then you just save it. So if you've ever created a lot of different songs on Suno before and you've had a lot of different voices be created for you, and you're like, gosh, I really like this one voice from this one song that I made, this is how you can lock that voice in. Okay, so that's how you can do that. But again, what I wanted to show you was where you could record your voice, and I was going to do my best version of Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire, but I can't do that right now because it's not available. So when this does come available, I will be creating another video and putting it on my YouTube channel. And if you would like to see me attempt to sing Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire, record my voice, and then make songs of me singing Johnny Cash songs, that's what's coming. In the meantime, what you can do also is for version 5.5, when you click on that, at the very top, you're going to see create custom model. This is where if you are an actual musician, which I am not, you can upload 24 of your favorite songs that you've probably created. And then you can name that model, and it will take all of your actual professionally recorded music that you've done, or amateur recorded music, or however you want to call it, and you can create your own custom model. So then now you are loaded into Suno, and you can go wild with actually using Suno now to be your AI engine to create songs starring yourself. So that is what I wanted to show you today with Suno version 5.5, specifically the voices feature. But right now, at the time of doing this live, the voices feature of me recording is not available. Probably because I did such a bad job using it earlier. They're like, okay, Chris should not be on this platform recording songs whatsoever. We're just going to disable that feature. Maybe that could have been what happened. So I don't know. So if you enjoyed this segment, I would recommend subscribing to my YouTube channel, because again, I'm going to go live every Monday night at 7 p.m. You might have seen on my screen, I have a lot of things I'm line up that I'm going over right now, and you just happen to catch the one, which is Suno version 5.5. So hopefully I'll see you soon. Okay, there was that one. I was hoping I was gonna click on voice and the little thing popped up where I could record myself because I was doing it earlier today. But yeah, I mean, maybe that was it. Maybe I really did a terrible job, and they're like, we do not want his voice in our in our system. So, oh well. That looks awesome, Scott. Yeah, that was a really, really cool one. All right, so next up, this is my favorite one out of everything that I had on our lineup today. Is this next segment? Can you let me know? Be honest, even if you've been a regular of mine for a while on my live streams, on a 1 to 10 scale. Be honest. Don't just be friendly. A 1 to 10 scale of 10 being like you really like this live stream format where it's like I'm recording live and then just you get to see me do the segments and we're covering a lot. We're covering like my top 7-ish favorite things in AI over the last 3 days. And I've spent like all weekend preparing all of this for you. And I'm just giving it all to you right now on Monday. But then again, you can go back and watch this live stream and have some fun if you want. Or you can wait until these videos get dripped out on my YouTube channel. But by the time they get dripped out on my YouTube channel, I mean, heck, they could probably be outdated with as fast as AI is moving. But you are so far on like the cutting edge right now with the stuff I'm sharing with you. And that is my plan for all of my live stream parties every Monday night is to make sure that I cover like the top things that are really getting my attention in AI that I get to share with you. My mom gave me a 10. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I don't know if that is Mom or if it is Dad, but I know both of you are getting in and out of the YouTube account. So thank you for all the reviews that are coming in. So, all right, next up, we are going to cover my favorite. And I have not really got to play much with this yet. Oh, I need to log in. I'm not logged into it. Hang on a second. I was logged into it on my computer in my office, and I did not log into it here at home. So I need to make sure that I can actually get logged in. That'd probably be helpful if I can get logged in before we get started. This is a new graphic design interface, by the way, that is unbelievable. So, okay, I was able to log in, which is good. So now I'm logging back out because I always like to start off like showing the website that everyone will see when they go here instead of just my logged in version. So let me go just show you what I'm doing here. So I'm just getting everything all set up. Okay. So for this one, it looks like I need to make me a little smaller just so people can kind of read the page while I'm here. All right. So this is going to be called Love Art, which is a really cool thing that they just came out with. And I have not figured out what the best way to call this new feature is. Now, I have not actually used Love Art at all. I just saw a lot of people in AIville talking about their new feature. And some people call it the Move Object feature. Some people call it the Object Move feature. So I don't know which one to use. So I'm just going to not use either. I'll probably go back and forth. But I have actually never used Love Art before. So I played around with it. I set up an account like I do with all these, and I played around with it a little bit this afternoon just to kind of learn the basics of the interface so I could teach it. And then now I'm going to be making a lot of long, in-depth tutorials about this thing because it is really cool. But for now, we're just going to talk about the new feature that I came out with. So let me get ready here. Oh, you zoom in just a little bit. Okay. I said Love Art just dropped a move object. I couldn't remember if I said object move or move object. So object move. I just said that, but did it move object. Okay. And this is hard. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Next up is going to be Love Art. So give me a second and then I will reintroduce myself. Feels like Groundhog Day. Hey there, it is your friend Chris Luck. I'm the creator of AIville, and welcome back to another AI update video. This one is all about love art, and more specifically, I don't know if I should call it love art move object update or love art object move update because I see people all over the internet inside of AIville talking about it in different ways. So you either came to this video because you want to see the love art object move or love art move object. So I'm going to show both of them to you. So the way this is working is that I'm actually recording this live right now. I go live every Monday night at 7 p.m. on my YouTube channel, and we just have fun. I cover a whole lot of things live, and we have a live audience right now that are having a lot of a live audience that are having a lot of fun. So yeah, I do have another office. It is much less cooler than this one. So what we're going to do is hop into my computer screen here, and then here's the agenda. So for those of you that just came to this video because you want to learn about the love art object move or love art move object, you can see there's other things I'll be talking about, but not on this video, only on this live stream that I'm recording live right now on Monday. So love art AI with this new feature, whatever it might be called, just made Photoshop feel ancient. And I feel like they just killed the pixel lottery because love art, they dropped what they call move object, but again, everyone else is calling it object move. And love art has 800,000 users across 70 countries already. And what's cool with this feature is you can click on any object, you can drag it, and you can just redraw. AI will redraw what you want. There's no masking, there's no layers, there's no lasso tool. Photoshop punching air right now is what I meant to say. Sorry. I meant to say people at Photoshop are punching air right now because in my mind, I had this meme of like people sitting in the office like frustrated and punching air because of what love art's doing. They're probably thinking like, oh, I wish we would have done that. So 3 hours on a lasso tool for one shadow. Moving one object meant if you wanted to move an object in a photo, whether it be an actual photo or an AI generated image, it meant you had to redo the whole image. And AI generators gave you a flat file, take it or leave it. And if you need the logo like 2 inches to the left, you pretty much have to start over. And hours have been spent just lost fixing what human eyes can spot in seconds. And every quick edit just became a full redesign. And I know this because I'm trying to make better YouTube thumbnails and it's taken forever and I hate it. But now I'm going to love it. So one click is going to split any image into pretty much Legos because the way love art works is that it sees objects. It does not see pixels. So if you click on elements or highlight elements, the image explodes into layers. So the foreground, the background, the text, it's all separate. You can drag anything anywhere. AI is going to redraw the gaps. You could say like, move the bottle to the right and it'll just do it. Or, you know, put the person's right hand in the air and it'll do it. And a shadow is also going to follow you across the room because like lighting updates automatically inside of love art. When you move objects around, AI is going to recalculate the shadows, the reflections, the depth. Most tools paste objects like stickers on a wall. Love art will reconstruct the entire scene around the edit, but there's one honest flaw. Very dense overlapping will glitch. So if you have photos with just a lot in the background or a lot of trees in the background or flowers, it's not going to look great. And you'll see here in a little bit. And Canva will probably try to copy this. This is a joke, by the way, in about like 12 months. Because this is not an image generator anymore. It's like love art's like a design operating system. Former ByteDance exec, built this. This is not a weekend project. Designers who want to learn this workflow are going to just win the decade because love art's so much further ahead of everybody else. And the gap between AI design and manual design is really just, broke right now. And you're either clicking objects and wasting hours, and you can just kind of pick whichever one you want. So I want to play around with it together. So I'm going to hide my camera here. So bye for now. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to loveart.ai. So LOVART.ai. Now you can get started here. And if you take a look at the pricing, if you're wondering what is the love art pricing, if you click on monthly, it'll walk you through like 19 a month or 32 a month. But if you scroll down, there's more features and more features and more features. So I just went ahead and got started with the starter because I wanted to be able to get in and just show you like what it looks like. So just let me just go ahead and get in real quick. And then I'm going to open up the app. So this is Love Art. So what we're going to do is you basically drop in an image or create one, and then they do have a lasso tool you can use to select the object. So I'm just going to go a little bigger here because I think it's going to look way cooler for you if I just show you the whole interface here. So what we can do is we can create a new project. And when you create a new project, what's really cool with Love Art is that they have what they now call like the Love Art canvas. And I've noticed a lot of other tools are like AI image generators and even video generators now, and even 11 Labs, an audio generator. They're all using these canvas workspaces, which I love that AI is going this direction because it's just getting so much easier for us to use. So what you can do is it's going to walk you through if you've never used a canvas, like pretty much it's like an infinite workspace. So imagine you have this huge, big white desk in front of you and there's like nothing on it right now. So what you can do is you can start putting stuff on it, right? So what we'll do is I don't have a picture. This was a terrible setup. I had a picture on my laptop that I was going to use as an example, but I don't have it with me right now because I'm on my laptop is right there. So let me, I'm going into my photo library really quick, and I'm just going to go ahead and drag, we're just going to go ahead and drag one of the pictures from my photo library to my desktop. And I want to show you like what it's going to be like to play around with this with an actual photo, because I want you to see what you should not do, okay? So I'm going to drag a picture in. So this is my daughter, oldest daughter, on my Jeep. And we were, sorry, it has a bad picture because she's in the middle of talking. Sorry about that, Callie. So, okay, so what you can do is once you have something and you want to kind of start playing around with it, when you click on the picture, here, where is it here? You click on the picture, you click on move object, and then you can actually do a rectangle around an object, or you can lasso. So let's say if I hit lasso, so I clicked on lasso up here. I'm going to zoom up. I'm trying to zoom in to where it just takes up most of the screen so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so I do lasso, and then now we can just kind of draw like a lasso just kind of around her. I'm just holding the mouse down as I'm doing it. You don't have to be, this is gone are the days in Photoshop where you had to zoom in like pixel by pixel to make sure you had it just right. So then once I lassoed her, it recognized that as a person, okay? So now what you can do is if you move your mouse over, it says now draw where it should move. Now I made the mistake the first time where I just did this and I was like, let's move her here. So I clicked on her, and then I'm showing you what not to do. So and then I would draw, I'm like, put her there, run it, 5 credits. And then, cause I don't know, I was just trying to figure this stuff out. So then what's going to happen here is something very terrible, cause it's not going to work right, is I'm trying to figure out where I can zoom sideways. Move that over, move that over. Okay, so it's moving the object right now, and it does take a little bit, especially if you're using an actual photo, because it's, again, taking all the different elements, and again, we have grass, we have trees, we have a sunset, we've got something in the background, like an old shed in the background, and so it's going to take a minute to move the object, but you can see when I moved it over, I kind of moved her there, and it changed her size completely and just kind of put her off in the back. That's because I did the lasso tool wrong. So let me show you the right way to do the lasso tool. So when you do this for the first time, you are going to not make the mistake that I made. So I'm going to do lasso again. So now I'm going to draw the lasso around the best I can. And then, okay, so now the right thing to do is draw where it should move. So instead of me clicking on her, and I clicked on her the first time and tried to drag her to the left, like I want her to go here, and it just kind of messed it up. But I really want her like right here in the tire. Like, so what you need to do is just kind of draw, like put her there. And then that's the proper way to actually use this object move, because if you click and try to drag it, you're just going to burn through your credits because it's not going to work properly. So anyway, so it's going to be taking a minute to move this object. So this, yeah, and thanks Edward, by the way, for all of you that are here live watching me do this live on Monday night. Feel free to always interact with me as I'm actually doing the tutorial part of the segment, because when I have to wait on AI like this, I really don't know the best way to fill the space with. I don't want to just turn on music while we're waiting or anything, but so thank you by saying similar to magic layers. So now what it did was it moved her over here, but then kind of made her face that. So then if we want to play around with it even more, now we're over here, we could click on move object and we can click on lasso, and then we could just lasso around her. And then this is where from here, you can then now, you could say in the chat exactly what it is that you want her to do. So you could say, have her facing the camera, something like that. So that's the lasso edit without having, normally what you'd have to do is if you were using something like Nano Banana, here, I'll go into my Higgsfield account. And then if you're using a tool like Nano Banana, I use Nano Banana within Higgsfield. So whenever I'm trying to generate, like right now, you can see I went through a lot of versions to try to generate YouTube thumbnails to get them just right. And they made so many weird ones. But every time I was trying to generate it, I have to like click on the image and then redescribe everything that I need it to do to change. And it just sucks because it's changing so much of the picture every time I just was trying to do a little minor edit. So what's really cool with this whole new object move is if I just wanted to, like, in one of my images that I made for a YouTube thumbnail, if I just wanted me a little bigger, I could lasso around me and say, make me a little bigger and more, standing out from my desk. So instead, I have to spend just a ridiculous amount of credits trying to get things just right because it just keeps screwing up my background. So that is going to be your LoveArt lasso tool. Now, like I said, I just signed up for LoveArt just to show you this lasso tool. There are so many cool things that you can do with LoveArt that I cannot wait to play around with. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, I would recommend subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you can catch me on a Monday night for a live stream, you're going to see me do a very deep dive on LoveArt and show you all the cool things that you can do, because that will probably be coming up. Could be as soon as next week. If you miss that though, then just keep an eye on my YouTube channel because you'll see a very full in-depth LoveArt AI tutorial, because I really loved it as much as the little bit I played with it. I really want to make it my main go-to image editor moving forward, which before I always used Higgsfield and I used different AI generators within Higgsfield, but I just did not like having to prompt it every time I wanted to change, and it was changing everything. So I'm going to become extremely proficient with LoveArt, and I'm going to go live and show you what I do and why I do it and how I do it. So if you enjoyed that, again, my name is Chris Luck. I am the creator of AIville, and hopefully I'll see you on an upcoming live stream or in another one of my YouTube videos. Bye for now. Okay, doing that live sucked because when I was trying to move her like off to the Jeep, I forgot I should have given a little proper guidance to like have her still standing and facing forward, and instead turned her sideways and had her look sideways. That's just stuff where you have to just go with it. And when it does make a change, when it does mess up like that, you just have to go back. And then I would not actually have lassoed around her that was facing a Jeep and said, make her face forward, because they'll probably change everything about her. So I would probably lasso around her again, move her next to the Jeep, and then say, have her standing next to the Jeep with her hand on the fender, something like that. Okay. So some questions where people are asking if like this kind of stuff is possible to be added in AIville. These kind of tools are not possible to be added right now, because these are completely standalone tools where they have raised like $20-30 million to build these tools. So I can't like just pop them into AIville tomorrow. I was not even initially planning AIville to even have tools in the first place, AIville was initially started off as a community, and then I started teaching and doing training and tutorials. And then I realized when I was always teaching ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini and Grok and Perplexity, I was going to those tools and showing how to use them. And I'm like, you know what? I could just get all these tools inside of AIville. So it was real easy to get those in there. But when you start getting into these kind of tools where there's like canvases and all, it's a whole separate business that you would need. Like, I mean, if you want to loan me 10 million bucks, I can hire a quick little team and whip it up and put it inside of AIville. But I mean, there's a lot of development that goes behind these things. So, um, so short answer is not right now, but I do like the idea. You know what? I like the idea, like how these tools are. I kind of mentioned this with the Gamma segment. Like these tools are cool that they're all trying to do a lot of things, but you're going to notice, and you're seeing it right now already. They're all starting to kind of look the same. Like Gamma and LoveArt, the Canvas tool looks very similar. So I give it not even a year, and eventually something's going to happen where all these tools are going to merge into one. There's going to be like one gigantic like winner, and that's the one that everyone's probably going to use. I don't think there's going to be all these like fragmented tools everywhere anymore. So I'm just kind of holding back and seeing like what's going on, why all that's going on. But in the meantime, you got to remember, like my superpower is, and what my favorite thing to do is to stay on the bleeding edge of AI, learn, like kind of sift through all the junk that's out there, find the best stuff that can like really give you an unfair advantage with using AI, either to help yourself out and to live a better life, or if you want to get into the business of starting a business or making some money on the side during the world of AI. I want to give you the best knowledge and the best training and the best tutorials and the best communities and the best prompts and the blueprints and the guides and the cheat sheets and all that. Like that's kind of my thing. So you will always get that no matter what happens in the world of AI, all the time. Okay, so let's go ahead and close out LoveArt. All right, these next ones, the next couple that I have here, and yeah, Edward, you totally got that one right. They are 1,000,000% vibe coding each other. That I thought the exact same thing whenever I was looking into this kind of stuff. So, all right, the next couple that I have to show you here, I got to close down some of these. I have all these like expanded things and it drives me crazy. Okay, so next up, we're going to be talking, let's see, the next two that I'm going to be sharing with you are more news related. So these are going to go pretty quick. I have never covered news before on YouTube or on my channel, and I never really wanted to, but I feel like I'm leaving a lot on the table by not throwing a couple things that really get my attention, that kind of rile me up a little bit personally. It's like, I kind of want to talk about this stuff like on YouTube. So I'm going to throw in a couple news things, but it's stuff you want to really pay attention to. So again, we're going to do what I've always been doing, is just kind of pausing and then going back in, and then I'm just trying to figure out the best way I want to show this. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Maybe I need to go a lot smaller for this one. There we go. Just hiding up here in the corner. Okay. Oh, I didn't need to go that small. I could just scroll up. I'm just trying to position everything so when I share this page, it looks good. That looks good, right? I think so. Okay. So next up is going to be Anthropic. All right. Excuse me for a minute. I'm just trying to collect my thoughts because, again, I've never done a news thing before. So I'm like, man, I feel like I got to feel all news anchorish now, but I'm not going to. Okay. If anyone, I see your question, Doris. For someone to get in touch with you, you can always email support@aiville.com, and someone in our support, if it's during the week, they'll get back with you very quickly. Man, I don't know the best way to pronounce this. I'm going to pronounce it however I think it's going to work. Okay, sorry. Got my thoughts collected, I think. Next segment. Hey there, it is your friend Chris Luck. I'm the creator of AIville, and welcome to another session on my channel. I'm actually recording all these live right now. I'm doing a lot of, you know what? I didn't like that. I didn't like that intro. That was a bad one. This AI news thing's really messed me up. Let's see. I haven't thought about it's throwing me off because I don't know the best way to introduce myself to that. All right, I'll try it one more time. Take two. I actually have one of those little things. All right. Hey there, it's your friend Chris Luck. I'm the creator of AIville, and I am here to talk about Anthropic. And I don't know if it's pronounced mythos or mythos, or maybe either one of those aren't right. I just want to say Mentos. That would have been a lot better. But just what's going on with Anthropic? So let me just share my screen with you right now. So I'm actually going live. I go live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time on my YouTube channel, and I cover all kinds of stuff on AI. You can see where we've got a lot of topics. But right now, what I'm talking about is Anthropic. We're gonna call it Mythos because that's what it looks like. But it says Mythos is too dangerous to ship, and that is their words specifically. And they basically said it wasn't meant to go public. And if you don't know what this is all about, that's what I'm here to talk about. So Anthropic accidentally leaked its own AI model. There were 3,000 private files left on an open website. Two researchers found them before Anthropic did, and a company's own blog post called it dangerous. The AI safety out there, the company forgot to lock the door, and someone already broke into your bank with AI. So what I mean by that is that hackers, they used AI to attack 30 companies at once, and the AI did 90% of the work by itself. Banks, tech companies, and governments, they all got hit, and it took Anthropic 10 days to shut it down. And that all happened with the weaker version of AI, okay? That did not happen with Mythos. Mythos is what is coming next. So it is smarter than anything that is out there. It's nowhere close. It's on a completely different planet on the AI models that we have right now. And it is way too expensive to release because it is a brand new class of AI. It crushes every test that has been thrown at it. It can find security holes in software on its own. It's so powerful, Anthropic just can't afford to even run it and release it to the public yet. So this is the first time a company called its own AI a weapon. So there were 3 a.m. briefings for government officials that the public wasn't invited to. Anthropic quietly warned government officials, told them large-scale hacks are now far easier. This happened weeks before the leak went public, and they're giving defenders a head start on purpose. The question is whether that head start is enough. So not only that, but then if you think about the stock market, and if you looked about when all this came out, one blog post about this crashed the entire stock market. So CrowdStrike dropped 7% in one afternoon. Palo Alto Networks fell 6% right behind it. Bitcoin tumbled to 66,000 on the same day. One leaked draft did more damage than most hacks, and Wall Street thinks AI just broke cybersecurity. So your password really just became a suggestion because every app you use, you got to know, has flaws that nobody has even found yet. And AI like Mythos will find those flaws in seconds, and half of the security pros out there say AI is threat number one. So your company probably has no plan for this yet, and the arms race just started. Most people missed it. So that was my best attempt to give you my first dose of AI news on my channel because I'm normally an AI tutorial person. I like to show you how to do things with AI, but this one just is keeping me up right now at night, and it's really making me think about things. So I just wanted to kind of toss it out there on my YouTube channel. So if you liked it, let me know. But again, my name is Chris Luck. I'm the creator of AIville, and I'll talk to you soon. That was terrible. When I was doing that, I was like, what the hell am I talking about? Because it's just, I don't know. I'm not a news kind of person. I'm more of a, hey, let's play with this tool and see what it can do kind of person. So maybe you won't see a whole lot of new stuff coming from me. But I did the best I could. And honestly, now that I did that, I did not know how to share my screen the best way. I was sharing it like this because this was the article that got my attention. So I just want to kind of, give credit where credit was due there. But what I should have probably done is just made myself bigger, I should have probably done something like this where like I took up like half the screen. So it was just me going through the news thing and then my video off to this side. But oh well, that was my bad. I will learn from my mistakes. But that was definitely huge headliner news coverage. At the end of the day, keep an eye out for all this Anthropic, I'm going to call it Mythos, feature and update that's coming out. Because right now, we all have access to Claude Opus 4.6, and it is unbelievable what it's capable of doing. But the fact that like the stuff being talked about with this next version is something that's never been talked about before. So anyway, you heard it first. You're too tough on yourself. That was fine. Good. Well, I'll get better than that because I have another one to give you right now. One more news post because this one also blew my mind. And this one also had to do with Claude as well. So let me get things ready for this. I'm trying to figure out where I want my camera on this one. Okay. Y'all like how I have like Steve Jobs right there looking over us? I do, because I always think about him whenever I see him right there looking over my shoulder. All right, next up, we are going to be talking about, let me close down a bunch of things again, and we're going to talk about Claude. Okay. I wouldn't go that far. Chris Luck is a Dune Dan Rather. You know what? Who knows? Chris Luck is the new Chris Luck. That's the way I think about it. I'm just trying to find my lane and stick to it. Okay, next up. I'm going to pause for a second, collect my thoughts, because this could be a whole nother me attempting to do the news the way news should not be attempted. So, like it or not, it's coming. Hey there, it is your friend Chris Luck. I'm the creator of AIville, and today I'm here to talk about how Claude has shipped 74 updates in 52 days, all while you're probably still trying to learn how to use Claude. So I am not normally a news kind of guy on my YouTube channel here. I'm more of a tutorial, here's how to do stuff kind of guy. But there's been some things passing across my radar lately that I need to be talking about, which is why I'm here. And this is part of a live segment. I go live every Monday night starting at 7 p.m. Central. It goes on for as long as it needs to go on for. And I have a lot of topics that I'm going to be talking about. So this is one of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into my computer. And you can kind of get a peek at the other topics we already covered. But the one I'm on right now is how Claude shipped 74 updates while you learned one. And that was not a typo. Anthropic pushed 74 updates in under 2 months, and 4 separate teams are shipping at the exact same time. This guy you see right here on the right side of my screen, Paul Hurin from productcompass.pm, I give him all the credit for this. He tracked all of this from engineers' Twitter post. So most people see maybe 5 or 6 of these launches. This guy actually just tracked all the top engineers, and not only tracked their Twitter posts, but he put them on a calendar showing who did what when. And this is not a product update, okay? So Anthropic is just doing an absolute land grab in the world of AI, and I believe Anthropic is definitely the leader when it comes to the technology that is being dropped. And on the live stream that I'm doing right now, I just finished talking about how Anthropic said Mythos is too dangerous to ship. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with Anthropic. But the thing is right now at these 74 updates is that, you blinked and the whole office is just changing. So AI tools are evolving like faster than anyone can follow. You know, your friends are trying to figure it out while you're probably just still Googling like Anthropic. And the gap between using AI and just, yeah, I'm not going to use AI yet, it is widening every second of every day. And the gap between it is just, it is massive right now. Companies are already replacing entire workflows. Falling behind used to take, you know, years, and now falling behind is like weeks, if not days. For me, and I'm like in the thick of it with AI, I feel like if I'm like I'm about to go on a vacation with my family and I'm terrified to fall behind on this vacation, so I'm bringing my laptop with me. But AI that builds itself isn't sci-fi anymore. So Anthropic uses Claude to build Claude. Okay. You got to think about that. Engineers are now doing 60% of their work with AI. They're shipping like 100 internal updates every single day. In Cowork, which is Claude's desktop app, was built in 10 days. The tool's getting better. And when the tools get better, the tools build faster. They're building themselves faster, and they're giving you an incredible just end result. So features buried in this list that I keep scrolling through change everything. So the biggest ones is Claude is now controlling your mouse and keyboard. If you're on a Mac, it schedules tasks and runs them while you sleep. You can manage it from your phone on a walk. And these aren't developer toys. These are things that you can be using right now. These are for everyone. Most people won't find these in 6 months. So Excel, PowerPoint, email, everything that you would normally do is all inside of Claude now. And Claude is going to work with your spreadsheets directly. It'll build your slide decks while you talk to it. It'll read emails and draft replies for you. And these used to be 5 separate apps in 3 hours. And now one tool, which is Claude, is quietly like eating everything on your desktop. So your job description really just kind of rewrote itself because the gap between early adopters and everyone else is real. Okay. Every week you wait is every week someone else is building ahead of you. And free users are now getting memory files, apps, and connections. You don't need to code, you just need to show up. And the people who adapted, 3 months ago, they've already won. So if you really want to stay on like the bleeding edge of AI, again, I go live every Monday night at 7 p.m. on Central Time on my YouTube channel. I have a whole list of fun things that we cover live with a live audience, and then I take those live streams and all the segments I batch out and put them out on my YouTube channel. I could probably be using AI for it. I could probably be using Claude for it, but I actually like to do it myself. So it's just a little more fun. Anyway, that's all I got for you right now. Again, my name is Chris Luck, the creator of AIville. I hope you enjoyed this little chat about what the heck's Claude doing. Keep an eye out for a lot more updates coming your way on my channel. Bye for now. Okay, I feel like if my last one on a 1 to 10 scale was a 1, that one was a 2. So that's kind of how I feel about me with AI news. It just feels weird. It feels weird talking about the news. I much rather just get in a tool and like play with Claude and Cowork and not talk about 74 updates. But I wanted to do it because it shocked me, and I'm trying to be a little more mindful of the things that come across my radar and the things that are just shocking me. I want to hopefully pass that excitement down to you on my YouTube channel. So, okay, let's see here. Thanks for the questions, by the way, that are coming in like in between these. This has given me a chance to take a break too. And we only have 2 more left. And then that is today's live stream. And then I have a really big suggestion for all of you. Actually, you know what? For those of you that are here live right now, well, stay to the very end, and I have a big giveaway for one of you. One of you is going to win something if you stay to the very end here. So yeah, where's the question? Okay, is it best to focus on a few AI tools or experiment with as many as possible? I would recommend to not experiment with as many as possible. Leave that to your friend, Chris Luck, inside of AIville, or on this YouTube channel, because I will let me be like the mad scientist and figure out what's good, what's bad, what's going to burn through your credits, what you should maybe look into, what you shouldn't look into, just to give you some advice for a starting point. That would be your best smartest financial move. But you could also think about, what do you want to accomplish with AI, Scott? Like, do you want to use AI to build a business? And if so, what kind of business? Do you want to use AI as like a tool to offer a service to somebody? If so, what kind of service? Like, there are, with all these AI tools out there, it would be like walking into a hardware store and just saying, oh my God, there's a lot of tools here. Should I buy all these tools? Should I learn how to use all of these power tools? The answer is no. That's probably not the best thing to do unless you're like Bob Vila reincarnated. But I would recommend just finding the tool that is a tool that is going to be best for your situation at, like, right now. And you could always acquire tools over time. So start with like the core essentials, like a really good LLM, large language model, whether it be ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. Those are like the top 3 right now, I would say. And as far as even those, like, which one do you pick? I would experiment with each one and figure out what style you like the most, and which one do you like to work with the most. And then that should be your core tool. That should be your first tool in your tool belt, is an LLM like that. Then maybe your second one could be an image generator. And luckily, a lot of those tools have image generators built in, because ChatGPT has ChatGPT Image 1.5, Gemini has Nano Banana, and actually Claude doesn't have one yet. So that's actually a surprise now that I think about that. But okay, so we need to know about some things. It's all good. Yeah, you're welcome, Scott. Thanks for the question too, by the way. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about, oh, this is going to be a good one. We got 2 more, and then I'm going to be doing a big giveaway. The next one is how to get paid $50,000 to make a fake commercial. You ready for this? Okay, I'm not going to peel this one off for its own video. This is a bonus for just being here live because of the time constraint. So I'll just say it right now, since it's not going to be recorded, you know what? Since it's not going to be recorded, I don't need to do an official thing for it, because it's a bonus. So you just get to, we're just going to do it here live. All right. So hi there. My name's Chris Luck. I'm the creator of AI Bill. Okay. Now this is going to be, this came across my radar. I was like, God, this is such a smart marketing move for these tools that are out there right now. And I hope more tools do this. Higgsfield did this last month, and then now this other tool's doing it this month. So let me show you what it is. Here, let me take some water first. Okay. So this is going to be, yeah, again, anybody that's watching my live streams or just in general, you're overwhelmed, like, oh my God, there's so many tools out there. You've got to just take a breath for a minute. It would be like walking into a hardware store and saying, oh my God, there's so many tools in this hardware store. What am I going to do? Or it'd be like walking into a bookstore, like a Barnes and Noble, and be like, there's so many books in this bookstore. How am I going to be able to read all this? Like, you're thinking about it all wrong. You got to rewire the way you look at these tools. Okay. Yes, there's a lot of tools out there. It's a lot of good stuff that is going to make your life way better and easier than it's ever been. That's the way you need to look at it. So pick the tool that is going to help you in whatever it is you need help with. That's the way you need to look at it. Don't worry about there being too many tools right now. That's a good thing. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump to another tool. Speaking of which, is called Runway. So Runway is running a big contest right now, an ad contest. And yes, this is actually real, where they're giving away for the grand prize $50,000, not credits to use Runway, but cash. And the catch is, the products you're advertising, they're fake. So what they do on this contest is they give you 7 made-up brands, and you just pick one, and then you use Runway to make some goofy ads with it. So the company just made this whole advertising, a sport. So a real commercial, just so you know about commercials, a real commercial would cost you a house to create. Filming a 30-second TV ad is around like $300,000 on average. Before AI, you have crews, you have cameras, you have location, you have weeks of editing. Small businesses can't even get in the room. Ad agencies charge 6 figures for the idea. The entire process just got replaced by a laptop in Runway. So what you can do with Runway is just like all these, video generators, you can type a sentence and get a commercial. That's it. So Runway is going to turn your text descriptions into video clips, and you can pick like a fake product, they have fake products here that they're going to give you. There's rules and everything, but they have 7 products, and you just pick one. You could have this soda, fake soda, or this garden hose, or this AA battery, and then you use AI to think of a funny commercial that could look professionally shot. You could add your own music, you could add your own voiceover, 30 to 60 seconds, and you post it online and you're done. Okay. So what's really cool about this is that, the brief really reads like an ad agency wrote them, because when you pick one of these products and it gives you like different images, like the product and the actual logo, so you can use them however you want. But it tells you like, for the soda, it's like people don't just like this soda, they need it. Demonstrate that the soda is so good, you do just about anything for it. So it'd be like, you hire an ad agency and you're telling an ad agency like or an ad agency hires you and they're giving you like criteria. You just go and pick one of these and like make something fun with it. So $12 a month, that's how much Runway is. If you want to get into this, Runway is not free. So instead of buying $12 of scratch offs, some of you know who you are, they're watching this right now. You could get a $12 subscription for 1 month and just cancel it. But then you can get in and just pick one of these and make some commercials and submit them. So the global ad industry right now is over $600 billion. There's no team size limits. You can submit as many ads as you want. As a solo creator right now, you can compete with a full agency, and the barrier to making real commercials really just vanished. So the reason I'm not doing this, I'm not going to peel this off as its own video, is that April 1st is the deadline, which is right around the corner, but there is still time to enter. So 20, winners will be split up across $100,000 in prizes. $50,000 goes to the grand prize winner. And you don't need film school. You don't need an editing suite. You just post your ad on any social platform to enter. The winning ads look like Super Bowl spots. Your first commercial might be your best portfolio piece that you ever have, especially if it's one that actually, did something. So, okay. So that's that. The next piece that I have for you is, what? It's another one I'm not going to make its own video. I'll just do this for all of you that are taking the time to be here live. Because now that I think about it, I think that's a fun thing to do. For my live streams I have for upcoming Mondays at 7 p.m. Central, I am going to have a couple bonus live only segments that will only happen at the end of the live stream. I just came up with that because these last two don't really, due to time constraints and stuff, they wouldn't even make sense peeled off on their own videos because they'll already be outdated. So, I'm sorry, I'm just brainstorming and making decisions right now in my mind. All right, next up is, and this is the last thing for today's live stream, then we're going to do a fun little giveaway. Okay. So the next thing is, you know what? Let me just share my screen because it's just shocking to see it. 81,000 people told AI what scares them the most. So Anthropic, I feel like, is in the spotlight for this whole live stream. So Anthropic, again, creator of Claude, dropped the largest study ever. 80,508 people across 159 countries, 70 languages, 1 week, 1 interviewer. And then I just want to check it out together. So you can go to, you got to go to this URL. So if you want to follow along with me, it's anthropic.com/features/81k-interviews. Okay. So I'm just going to paste this in the chat. So those of you that are here live can actually see it. So it's in the chat because now I just want to go full screen and we're just going to look at this thing. So this is such a cool website. And especially for those of you that are just kind of scared of AI, overwhelmed by AI, curious by AI, confused by AI, this is just a cool website to just go through. So you come here, and then what you can do is, well, here, I think since I was zooming in and out, it's messing up my scrolling. So let me hit refresh. Okay. So as you scroll on this website, it's letting you know, like, for the first time, AI enabled us to collect rich, open-ended interviews at an extraordinary scale. We heard from people across 159 countries. We already talked about all this. AI is already helping people, inspiring hope. And then it goes into talking about what people have said. So Claude put the historical pieces together, leading to my proper diagnosis after being misdiagnosed for over 9 years. I live hand to mouth, zero savings. If I use AI smarter, it may help me craft solutions to that cycle. It depends on me. But it's also costing people and raising alarm. Someone just said, I got laid off from my job in May because my company wanted to replace me with an AI system. Somebody said, humanity has never dealt with something smarter than itself. We need to reflect on how to prepare for the AI age. Across interviews, hope and alarm didn't divide people into camps so much as coexist as tensions within each person. Another person said, I use AI to review contracts, save time, and at the same time, I fear, am I losing my ability to read by myself? Thinking was the last frontier. So then it goes into more, and then there's a quote wall. You can actually just click on see quotes, and then you can look at the regions, and you can just see all of these quotes. I mean, thousands and thousands of quotes across like different, countries. You can look at the vision. So if you want to see like AI related to, let's say, personal transformation, you can click on that. And then it's just going to show you all of the reviews that people are saying that AI has helped them with personal transformation, with experience, with cognitive partnership, with learning, with technical accessibility, with emotional support. I mean, it's just, if you just want, to take a minute and just look through this, it is eye-opening that the world we're living in right now is like unprecedented. Like the technology that is not only just available to us right now. I mean, I was losing my mind when ChatGPT came out on November 30th of 2022. I couldn't sleep for days because I was just like, this is the best thing ever, and then you look at AI now and it's like, oh my God, like it's only just getting more and more and more just powerful in so many good ways. I mean, yeah, you always have the other side of the coin where you have like governments concerned and all that kind of stuff too. But I'm the kind of person where, number one, this is also probably why I kind of freaked out during the whole news part, like me trying to read the news portions of this live stream, is because I don't watch the news. So I never watch the news. I have no idea what's actually happening in the world around me. I just wake up and do my day-to-day stuff and, take care of you all here with AIville and take care of my family, work out for 2 hours a day. I just kind of do my own thing. So I'm in my own little world, in my own little bubble, but it's amazing just when I go to the gym or when I go to Starbucks or when I just talk to people and they ask me what I do and I just say, oh, I help people learn how to use AI. And they're like, oh my God, I've been wanting to do that. It's like, even wanting to do that, like wanting to do AI. Okay. And they're like, where do I start? I'm like, tell me 3 things you're struggling with right now. It could be like business, financial, personal, just 3 things. And then they tell me, and then I'm just like, okay, I recommend starting with this, and I recommend using it like that. And then their mind's blown. And I always show this graph. It depends on how often you've seen me here or not, but this graph right here, look at this. So that's how many humans on the planet are actually, using AI. So each one of those dots that you see there represent 3.2 million people, each dot. There's 2,500 dots. It represents 8.1 billion humans on the planet. All the gray dots are people that have never used AI. All of the green dots are people that are like a free chatbot user for free. The yellow dots at the very bottom are the people that are paying at least $20 a month to use AI in some way. The one red dot at the very bottom right are the people that are actually like us, that are learning this stuff, playing with this stuff, having fun with it, really using it to kind of level ourselves up. That's the one red dot. So that's the state of AI. Now, I promised there was one thing I was going to share here in a giveaway at the very end for all of you that took the time to be here. And that is This is my first live stream party, AI live stream party for AIville for my YouTube channel that I've ever done. And I'm very excited about it. I saw the chat. A lot of you were chatting a lot in the chat, so I appreciate it. But I wanted to run a little contest. And if you could do me a favor, here's how to enter into the contest. Some of you might have seen this before when I've done this in the past for other things. But if you go to Facebook, and I dropped the link directly in the chat too, which is just facebook.com/Chris.luck. So facebook.com/Chris.luck. So if you want to enter into this contest that I'm doing right now, go to my Facebook page. The very top post that you see, I just posted right before we went live. And I just said, starting a new show on YouTube tonight. Want to keep up with AI each week? This is for you. Go to this post, click on comment, and just leave a comment, and just in at least three sentences, just say, your name, where you're from, what did you like about the live stream, and how would you recommend it to somebody else? Okay, so name, where you're from, what did you like about the live stream, and would you recommend it to somebody else? Okay, so that's the contest. And then I'm going to give you about 10 minutes to do it. If anyone has any questions in the chat about anything you would like to ask me, I will answer questions for a little bit to give everyone some time here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through in about 10 minutes, and I'm going to pick somebody that left a comment, and I'm going to give you something while we're here live is my thank you for leaving a comment. And I'm going to do this every live stream that I have. So the reason that I want you to leave a Facebook comment is because very few people are actually on YouTube. Like my friends and my family, they're not on YouTube. They're on Facebook though. So when I do that Facebook post and you all are leaving comments, I'm hoping maybe some of my friends and family that are on Facebook will be like, man, I've been seeing Chris talk about YouTube and how he's doing stuff on YouTube. And then if they see some of your comments, they might be like, oh, that looks like he did a pretty good job. I'm going to go watch his next YouTube live stream. So that also gives me some time to read through your comments. Cause I know when we're on a live stream, you can only say so much when we're live in the chat. So yeah, if you could actually take the time to leave a comment here. So no, Kayla, not in the messages. You would just go to my Facebook page, find my post, the most recent post that I did, and you want to leave a comment. So you would leave the comment right there. So I'm going to come back and refresh this page in about less than 10 minutes. So while we're waiting for that, does anyone have any questions you would like to ask me while we're here live? And if you don't, I've got plenty of stuff to talk about. So I'll just keep talking until some of you don't have anything. So some people have asked me about whenever I do these talks about the AI gold rush and everything, and I say the easiest way to get started if you want to make money during the AI gold rush that's going on right now. Because remember, when I say AI gold rush, remember the amount of people that just how many humans use AI and how many people don't use AI. The fact that there are that many gray dots of people that just have never used it, you are in an incredible financial situation where you can go handpick your favorite tools, your favorite platforms, your favorite communities that may have a referral program, and you could get the referral link to that program and go spread the word about the tool, platform, or community that you like. So an example, I'll show you a couple examples on how to find these, because people always ask me when they find out all I do is stuff in AI, they're like, oh man, is there money in that? It's of course there's more money in the AI space than there's ever been in any industry. And it's just getting started. So the gold rush is there now because there's a bunch of people that want to learn about it. So they're wondering what tools to use. There's a bunch of ways to use it as a provider offering services to people. You can use AI to build your own business if you want, or code your own software, or do whatever. So the easiest way to get started is I'll show you, like with the AIville affiliate program, when you go to AIville.com and click on affiliates, it's free. You could just create your account free, set up your link free, and then you spread the word. And then when you would refer people to AIville, then we give you a 50% lifetime recurring commission. So right now, AIville is $97 a month, which means you make about $48.50 a month for every person you refer to AIville through your link. So that's how an affiliate program works. That is the easiest way to make money in the world of AI. There's another platform out there called Dub. So Dub is, you go to dub.co, and what you can do here is you can actually look at all of these different tools that are AI, like a lot of big AI tools. Like I use Whisperflow. You can actually earn money off of, talking about Whisperflow. You can find new tools that you didn't even know was probably a thing just by going to dub.co. And then all of them, you can see how much they pay for their referral programs and things like that. So that's a place to go, go to a marketplace that has a bunch of AI tools. Another thing you could do is just go straight to Google, and let's say you really like, let's say love art. I have a feeling I'm going to really love art. So I wonder if they have an affiliate program. I don't know. I actually haven't looked this up yet. So this is what I would do. I would go to Google. I would type in love art AI affiliate program. And then I want to see if they have an affiliate program. And it looks like they do not. Well, actually, no, they do not. Because normally it would pop up. If I don't really see it pop up on Google, then I'll go to their website and I'll just go to the very bottom. Well, here, let me log out because I'm actually logged in right now. So let me log out. I'll go to the very bottom of their website. And then I usually go in the footer and I try to see if there's like a link somewhere at the bottom that says affiliate. There's not. However, Lovable, which is actually a website builder that I'm a big fan of, they have an affiliate program. And I know that because I was looking for love art, but let's say you liked Lovable. You could type in Lovable affiliate program, and then you can see Lovable affiliate, and then you can join their affiliate program. And all these affiliate programs are all free for the most part to join. So you could go here, sign up, get your link, and then you could go tell the world about how much you love Lovable, if you actually do love it, with creating apps, websites, and all that with AI. So with AIville, our whole affiliate program, and the whole purpose of AIville is to be just an all-in-one place for everything AI everything you want to learn about AI. We have, again, communities, we have courses, we have blueprints, we have tools, we have characters. I mean, it's a great platform. So that is my best recommendation for people that are asking, like, how do you get started, like, making money in the world of AI? Because there are a lot of tools, there's a lot of opportunities, there's a lot of things you can do. And the best thing to do is just find something that you're personally proud of, that you love and you enjoy and you have fun using and talking about, and then getting your affiliate link and just being an evangelist of that product. Evangelist is like someone that loves to spread like just goodwill and word of mouth about a program, like a promoter. So there's other terms for it too. It's like you could be an AI affiliate, you could be an ambassador, you could be some programs are called like refer a friend programs, partner programs, but usually affiliate program is like the main thing. Okay, let me take a look here. Scott says, just a thought for your live stream. By the way, thank you by saying just a thought, because I'm all about getting advice and suggestions from the audience. News, AI tools, and fun stuff in that order. Also, news is important because we need to hear about some of those things. I like that. News, AI tools, and fun stuff in that order. I love you said that, because my plan with our lineup today, our outline, was I was actually going to have categories. So I was going to have like 7 categories. I was going to have like news stories. I was going to have tutorials. I was going to have prompts. I was going to have like Q&A, but it was just getting kind of cluttered. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to list it all, like actually list the items out. But I do like that you mentioned news first, because the news was very quick and it wasn't actionable. It was very quick and to the point. And every week there's a lot of really good news that's coming out. I can definitely get better. I know I can get better if I just get more repetitions into news stuff. So yeah, thanks for mentioning that. Okay, so looks like we're about 10 minutes in almost. Michael says, when using Suno 5.5, how fast do you burn through 2,500 credits? It depends on how many songs that you make. I'm always curious, like, I'm going to look real quick in terms of Suno with, because I have like 9,000 credits, but I'm only using Suno for just doing demos for people, like showing you all like how to use Suno. I'm trying to see like the thing is like these apps never show you how many credits is it per song. So I'm just going to ask, like, how many credits does one song take in Suno? I'm just Googling it, because that's another thing. If some people are always wondering, like, how do I use AI and like for normal day-to-day stuff? If I'm not logged into an app, or I don't have like a tab open with something inside of AIville, or if I have Claude or ChatGPT up, I'll literally just go to Google, or I open up a new tab and it's Google. And then, because then Google usually gives you like a quick snippet using Gemini, which is Google's AI platform, before it gets to the search results. So that's I'm getting back into using Google. I used to use ChatGPT for everything. But now I kind of have this like nostalgic obsession with Google. So when I just have quick questions I need answers to, I'll always go to Google, because now I've got this AI overview. So about 10 credits for one song on average. So if you're wanting to burn through 2,500 credits, it would be about, wait, I didn't do that right. I did times 10. 2,500 divided by 10, about 250 songs. You would have to be making a serious amount of songs to burn through 250 credits. So hopefully that answered your question, Michael Noonan. Okay, Stacy says, what you did with the news was on point. You let us know what were hot topics in AI. We can research more if we like. You may not have been comfortable, but you got the job done well. Thank you for saying that. I will say that even Google AI tools have really they have. So I'm going to critique myself and say that on the AI news side, I definitely did not need as many like headlines in the headline, if that makes sense. So the way I like to kind of structure it is, like, when I have a segment, I like to have like 5 kind of headings under it. And then that gives me enough to cover like the what, the why, the how, stuff like that, takeaways in each one of those headings. But the news things were pretty quick, or I felt like it was way too much explanation. So next time it's going to be a lot faster for sure. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Let me prepare something for you. I forgot I was sharing my screen. So let me not share my screen for a minute so I can get something ready for you. And then I'm going to announce the winner of our contest. And I have a better way of doing the contest next week. Now that I did it, I'm like, I've got a better way of doing it for next week. So that's okay. We just got it taken care of for now, though. Hang on a second. I'm not prepared is what's going on, so I'm trying to get some things in order. Okay. Let me go back to Facebook, go back to that post. I need to refresh it for all of you that are leaving some comments. Holy moly, a lot of you have left a lot of comments. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I've not thought this far ahead yet, so I'm trying to. I'm like thinking as I'm going. If you ever hear me take a good 3 to 5 second pause of like nothing happening, that is my brain like melting for a second. And I'm trying to gather my thoughts. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to pick I thought my mouse battery just died. It didn't. It was just on a different screen. I'm going to pick one of you. By the way, there's more people leaving comments. I got to hit refresh again. Thank you so much for taking the time to leave comments. So I got 43 of you that took the time to leave a comment about what you thought of this YouTube channel or this live stream party. And then also just, would you recommend it to somebody? This is going to help me in more ways than you're going to ever imagine, because I'm going to take time to read through every one of these. And I want to, I'm going to reply. Tomorrow I'm going to be getting on a plane with my family to go on vacation. God, I need a break just for a little bit. So I'm going to go on vacation. And on the plane, I'm going to read every one of these. And I'm going to reply to every one of these, not using AI. I love to just authentically reply to all the comments. And every one of you that's taken time to leave a comment, you all get a prize. I will DM you the prize. I haven't decided what it is yet. That's why I said DM you. But what I want to do is I'm just scrolling through right now just to see like how many of these there are. And okay, this is amazing. So what I'm going to do is, where am I going to even start with this? I'm just going to do this. I'm going to start reading Kayla's here because this emoji keeps getting me. Here's a little trick for whenever I ask for reviews or comments or feedback or anything like that. I love emojis and I love GIFs and I love memes. I use them in all of my communications, and I love it when other people do. So this just caught my attention. It says, this is Kayla Taylor from upstate New York. For now, one of these days, I'm going to apply one or more of these apps to make money. So I need you. I want you. And I've been, keep watching. And I love watching. Best site ever to learn AI. And I believe you're even a member, Kayla, of AIville. Are you a member of AIville? I think you are. What my prize is going to be I was going to gift like a month membership to AIville to somebody that left a comment. But if you're already a member, then I guess I can gift you a month membership for free, or I can credit you a month. Are you a member? Let's find that out first. Are you a member or not? If you're in the chat, because I think you're in the chat right now, Kayla. Either way, you're going to get a month for free for AIville, which is, if we take a look at AIville, if you go to AIville and if you join AIville Pro, it is going to be $97 a month or $9.97 a year. And if you're an active member, and if I ever give any of you, if I ever give a prize to any of you and I say you're going to get a month membership to AIville, then if you are a member, I will make sure I credit you back the current month that you were just charged. So I will take care of that for you. So I'm going to just actually heart this one. So I remember your name too. I'm going to also screenshot it so I know to message you. And I'll be messaging you also on the plane tomorrow to get taken care of in whichever way, if you're a member or not. If you're not a member, Kayla is a lifetime member. So she paid for life. So what I'm going to do, Kayla, is I'll DM you, find out what your PayPal is, and I will PayPal you what would be equivalent to a month of AIville. So that's my best way of coming up with something on the spot for you. And thank you for being a lifetime member of AIville. And what I recommend all of you that are seeing this, if you haven't left a comment, still take time to go leave a comment, because you have between now and when I get on my flight tomorrow to leave a comment, because I will go reply to your comment, and then I'm going to send you a DM with a gift as my thank you for taking the time to do that. So thank you. And then that's also, all of these reviews really help me learn more about what I'm doing for all of you, how I'm helping you, what's standing out to you the most, because that kind of stuff, when I read through all these comments, I actually take notes and handwritten notes of things that stand out to me and things that a lot of you have in common. And I try to incorporate more of that into my live streams. So that's what I got for all of you right now. How long have we been on here? 2 hours. That flew by. Well, thank you for taking the time to complete live stream party, AI live stream party number 001. I want to say 0001, but I ran out of room on my slide, so I just did 001. But I'm always going to be showing up live for sure every Monday. I believe every Monday at 7 p.m. will always be a given because I feel like I have nothing going on Monday nights. Usually all the kids' sports and the things and stuff like that happen throughout the week. And the weekends are always crazy too. But Mondays seem to be pretty chill. So that's why I choose Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Time. And if you aren't able to make one of these live streams, you can always go back and watch the recording of these live streams on my YouTube channel. If you want to see the full unedited live stream party, you can do that. Give me a little bit of time to go and clip all these things out, and then I'll take all the segments individually and put them as their own standalone videos on YouTube. If you just want to have like a reference guide for certain things, you can do that. So I'm just doing the best I can to be able to deliver as much value to all of you as I can on a very frequent basis and a very fun way of doing it that I don't really see other people doing it. So I'm just trying some new stuff. So, and thanks Mom and Dad for being all the way here to the end. I really appreciate it. And thanks Ollie, and thanks by saying safe travels, Michael. I will do my best, and I'm going to try to, just for fun, create some like YouTube shorts, like just hold my phone up and doing some like short form content as I come across new stuff that I'm learning, like why I'm on my trip. Like I'm still going to keep my finger on the pulse of AI and with news and everything. So if anything comes up, I'm going to try to do some very raw, just, hey, you wouldn't believe what I just saw. And then I like share my computer screen and talk about it just kind of randomly. I'm going to try a lot of that too on my channel. So yeah, we're just going to have some fun. But thanks so much for being here. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, if you want to make my next live stream, because if you subscribe and turn on notifications, YouTube will notify you about the next live stream so you can like not forget, because I know sometimes my emails won't go through. Some of you aren't even on my email list, so you would never hear from me. So always subscribing to YouTube is going to be the best way to keep up with my live streams. So that's all I got for now. Bye for now, and then I will see you next week, Monday at 7 p.m. Central. Have a good day.